Hey people, welcome to another live stream with the Ken Continuum. This time not in the familiar territory of Toronto, but I am far away in the province of Alberta, in the city of Edmonton. So welcome everyone to Alberta's capital city. I'm in downtown Edmonton. It's Friday, May the 3rd, 4 p.m. Alberta time. There's a 2-hour time difference between Ontario and Alberta. So I'm glad you could all make it. I see some people popping into the chat. Hello Marge. Hello Tiana. I see Wesley. Kelvin Jones. How you doing? Carol Ellie. Hello. John Nicholson. This is what Brian thinks. How you doing? Vivian Johnson, Dan Harmson. Hello to Evan and Gertish. Hello. So I am in the heart of downtown Edmonton. I think it's around 11 or 12 Celsius. Might have cooled off a bit. Hey, Stephen Hill, Sammy Wu, how you doing? Sal Smith, welcome everyone. Alex Oliveira. So we are going to take a walk around downtown. Here comes one of the LRTs. I think this is the Valley Line. And this is the last stop on the Valley Line here. Well, Wesley, I'm not done my trip yet, Wesley. Hey, Calvin Jones, how you doing? So I think last time I was in Edmonton, this had not yet been fully completed. That was November of 2022, you might remember. I was with Megan. And it was cold and windy with a wind chill because it was pretty much winter in Edmonton by late November, or mid-November really. And the weather is much more pleasant this time around. It's still a bit windy, but at least it's not a bitter wind chill. So I've been downtown for a few hours now. I recorded a couple of videos before this. We're at the corner of 102nd Avenue and 101st Street. All the streets are numbered here. Not all of them, but most of them. Jasper Avenue is the main street that has a name. Hey, Devin Sullivan, hello. More people popping in. Hey, Lena Sandoval. And I took a ride on the LRT earlier and made a video of that for all you transit aficionados. And I was just inside this mall. I didn't record a video though. It's kind of a dead mall. It's not completely dead, but it's on the way to it. Hey, Cobra Chickens are friends. Hello. So let's start by heading north. I'm just going to sort of walk all around downtown, going up and down and all around. Get a sense of it. I guess it's pretty much Friday rush hour. posted new videos of the new buses for Edmonton Transit. I'm going to be taking a bus later on. I'm not sure if I'll do a video or not of the bus. Hello Kurt, how you doing? Steve Mikra, Aaron Hockey. Yeah, you're welcome to come say hello. And there's Edmonton's tallest building, Stantec Tower. Hello Pamela, Harjot, how you doing? Let's give you a little look around here. And it's feeling more chilly now. I didn't bring my hoodie earlier. I thought I'd stick with the flannel shirt and a t-shirt. And now of course I'm thinking, maybe I should have brought that hoodie after all. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Am I going to Vancouver? No, not this time. Hey Jenny, how you doing? Suhail, hello. Hello Matt Pegazani. Watching from Toronto, familiar territory. I'm far away from Toronto now. Look, it's the CN Tower, but not the one that you're all familiar with. This is a different CN Tower, and it's actually called the CN Tower. That's the actual name of that building. Hey, Tom Seeley, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Let me read it here. Hey Ken, any well-known Canadian bands from Edmonton? Yeah, I think there are. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Tom. Let me think about... I know like there's some people who are in some well-known bands that are from Edmonton, like members of Skinny Puppy, an industrial band. I think Mo Berg from The Pursuit of Happiness is from Edmonton. And Michael J. Fox, I think, was born in Edmonton, although he was raised in various places around Canada because he was an army brat. And eventually he sort of settled in the Vancouver area, but he was also partly raised in my hometown, North Bay. But I believe he was born here in Edmonton. And I think Tommy Chong from the famous Cheech and Chong was also from Edmonton originally. So definitely some well-known Edmontonians. Hey, Clayton Crawford, how you doing? Justin Turdo. The CN Tower? Not CN. I think that was Edmonton's first tall office tower in the 1960s. So that CN Tower predates the Toronto CN Tower. Katie Lang. Yeah, she was from a smaller town, I think, called Consort, Alberta. But she's definitely an Albertan. It's the EPCOR building. This is kind of where the downtown starts to peter out as you go north here, but over here we have the big arena. This is the ice district over in this direction. Yeah, that was the original one, Alex. There's a casino here, Grand Villa Casino. Let's take a look at the big arena over here. It's really nice. How long am I in Edmonton? Well, actually, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I got here last night, or actually yesterday afternoon. I missed, more like yesterday morning now that I think about it. I got here late morning yesterday. Edmonton time, not Toronto time. So these are the two tallest downtown buildings. Hey Megan, good to see you. Looks much warmer. Yeah, it is. There's still a bit of a cool wind right now, but it's definitely nothing compared to what we dealt with. This is downright pleasant now. Gertrude, I was just saying I arrived yesterday, late morning yesterday. Yeah, Edmonton was the home of SCTV for one season. They were in Toronto originally doing the show. And then due to various funding reasons or money type troubles, they relocated to Edmonton for one season. But then they went back to Toronto again for the remainder of the show. Do I hear people speak English in Edmonton? Well, everyone pretty much speaks English in Edmonton. It's a very English sort of place, much more so than Toronto, actually. In Toronto, you hear every sort of language when you're walking around. Here, you're more likely to hear English, but there are lots of languages spoken among Edmontonians. It's fairly multicultural, not as much as Toronto, but it's definitely multicultural. Most big Canadian cities are. There's over 1 million people in Edmonton, so it's a good size. I think maybe 1.5 million in the metro area, or close to it anyway. About just over 1 million in the city proper. Hey Johnny, what's this all about? It's all about Alberta. It's an Alberta type thing. Mike Landry in the house with a $3 super chat. Hey Ken, what brings me to Edmonton? I'm here visiting family. Came with my sister. My dad lives here, and my brother Doc lives not in Edmonton but in Alberta. Most of my dad's immediate family lives in Alberta, as in his 2 kids that he had when he moved out here. Thank you very much, Mike Landry, for the super chat, and Johnny Strides, $2 also. Take a shot of some Edmontonian espresso live. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Mr. Strides. But I will gladly accept your $2 donation. Thanks very much, Mike and Johnny, for your support. Much appreciated. This is called Rogers Place. Yes, that's right. The Rogers name has made its way to Edmonton. This is where the Edmonton Oilers play. Once upon a time, they were a big deal. They won many Stanley Cups. And of course, Wayne Gretzky played with the Edmonton Oilers for quite a while. And I just saw another super pop in from Virginia Wedlake, $5. Hey Ken, thanks for traveling out of my comfort zone. You're very welcome, Virginia. And this isn't the first time I've been here, but it has been a while since I've gone this far away from Toronto. But thanks very much, Virginia, for your support once again. Cheers.
Are you live?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I'm live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube?
Yeah.
157, that's
We're
insane.
on 157, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Can I be on the live stream?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah. Hey, I ran into a couple of locals.
YouTube channel. Today, I'll be pranking people and throwing mud on their faces.
All right, man. Cheers.
What's your channel's name?
The Ken Continuum.
Ken Continuum?
Ken Continuum, yeah.
Is it? It's on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube, yeah. Yeah, I just started the stream. Just going to walk around downtown.
Enable my Wi-Fi real quick. How many followers have you?
Right now, almost 24,000, almost.
Holy, good job.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Is it Ken?
Yeah, the Ken Continuum.
Oh, I see.
There we go.
Oh, you're live right now too?
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks for subscribing,
Yeah,
man. Yeah. All right. Just friendly dude. Just subscribe to my channel. Hey, Scott Briggs. Hello. KZ. Hello. I'm 8 hours behind the UK now, yeah. I think this is as far behind I'll go, though. I'm not going any further west than this. Hey, Billy T. Alright, the sun's coming back out. When the sun goes behind the clouds, it feels much colder. Like the temperature just drops precipitously. They're watching me watching them. Right, 104th Street. I think this is a nicer looking street here. Downtown Edmonton definitely has a different feel than a city like Toronto or even any big eastern city. Different sort of aesthetic here in the west with the buildings. Things are more low slung, more spread out, not as dense and not as old. Things a lot younger. It definitely has a western feel to it. Are the drivers still bad in Edmonton? Well, I'm not too sure, but I imagine they're probably as bad as any other city where people like to drive most of the time, and Edmonton is definitely much more car dependent than Toronto. I mean, there is a transit system. It does have an LRT, but ridership is definitely low. But it's decent. I'm not gonna say it's terrible. It's decent. Not as high as Calgary. Calgary has higher ridership on their LRT than Edmonton does. I'm not used to seeing so much sky, yeah. And the downtown is definitely quiet. It's pretty quiet, even Friday at 4 or 5 o'clock. And I'm not gonna lie, there's lots of characters hanging around downtown. You definitely have to kind of keep an eye out. feels a little bit on the sketchy side. Very similar to Winnipeg. Yeah, it is fairly similar to Winnipeg. It's grown quite a bit bigger than Winnipeg, but it has a similar feel in the downtown and neighborhoods. Well, I haven't had any dingus encounters, Evan, but there's definitely a lot of characters around. Like, they just seem more numerous in general as you walk around downtown. Sort of erratic people here and there. Well, let's just hope we don't have a dingus encounter. Even before I started the stream, I had a couple of people come towards me in a somewhat threatening manner, and I was like, whoa, I'm just walking along minding my own business here. Look what I spotted. Speaking of SCTV, I spotted two icons. Anyone recognize these characters? Because during the Edmonton season, I believe the Bob and Doug McKenzie characters were a big part of the show. How's it going, you hoser? Take off, eh? They got their Labatt's 50 with the old stubby bottles too. That's cool. I didn't see this last time I was here. I think Megan and I were trying not to freeze to death, and we didn't bother to walk too far into this area. This is the ice district here, as I mentioned. Hey, Michael Keurig, how you doing? So I think during games, this place gets really lively. Tailgate party and that sort of thing. See if there's a mouse in the beer. Just talk over the Muzak here. Let's check out the square here in the middle of the ice district. It's the entrance to Rogers Place. This is sort of like a Maple Leaf Square kind of situation, I think. Stantec Tower again. That's a mixed-use building, so it's not purely office. Also has a residential component. And the Marriott Hotel. The official team store of the Edmonton Oilers right there. So this is a cool space. Hey, Chugor, hello. Yeah, this is oil country, that's right. windy here. Oscar Sanchez, hello. Alan Barsness, welcome to the stream. That used to be the tallest building there, the Manulife building. It was the tallest building for about 30 years or so. Let's continue through here. It's a nice little walkway, although it's not purely pedestrians, as you can see. Definitely feels a bit odd to be walking around a place that's not Toronto. I'm counting much facadism. I haven't seen any facadism. Not that I was really looking, but not much. There aren't a whole lot of old historic buildings downtown, really. And the ones that are downtown seem to be mostly intact. I just don't think facadism was as necessary here. Like, you can see how modern the streetscape is. All these buildings are pretty recent. Like, it's lacking the old textured look of downtown Toronto with the 19th century buildings, with the newer stuff built beside it or on top of it. Deserves to be cheated on, yeah. Hey, Craig O'Connor. And so far the signal is holding up pretty well. That's good. I remember last time I was streaming on that cold, nasty day, the signal was not so great. Lots of buffering. Yeah, I think that's Edmonton City Hall straight ahead with that pyramid. Yeah, Edmonton is a much younger city than Toronto, or any place really in Ontario or Quebec or the Maritimes. That guy's just been cruising around on his bike for a while now. Alright, look across the street. Lots of big wide streets downtown also. I know, right, John? And the sun is out again. And I haven't noticed much in the way of bike lanes downtown either. Let's check out the big square over here. It's raining in Toronto. Well, I guess being in Edmonton right now isn't so bad then. Passing by all sorts of sort of strung out looking people, just trying not to catch them on stream, but they're literally all over the place. That's a pretty cool looking building, I think. Yeah, Stephen, the trees haven't sprung much of their leaves yet. They're just starting here, you can see. In other parts of town, they're not even starting at all. The Illuminati headquarters. It does have a bit of that feel, doesn't it? And I think this is the public library over here. This building got a lot of criticism for its design. It's kind of a neat space with City Hall and the public library and this large open plaza between them. Nice pedestrian walkway also. And look at this awesome building over here. The Art Gallery of Alberta. Now this one is really cool looking. Oh, here's a bike path. Although we got some construction blocking it there. Hey, Kelby Cardoso. Good afternoon. Citadel Theater, that's been there a long time. Michelle Gray, hello. I'm in your province. And I found a Canada goose. One lone Canada goose. Corby Lund from Edmonton. I'm not sure. Not too sure. There's the library again. Kind of looks like a battleship or something. I'm not sure I'm too fond of this design either, actually. Hey, Kelby Cardoso, a $20 real super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you for streaming from your favorite city in Canada. Yeah, you're welcome. I didn't know this was your favorite city. I'm glad I could be here. And thank you very much for the super. Much appreciated, Kelby. Thank you. Which is larger? Calgary's a little larger. They're pretty close in size. Calgary might have a couple 100,000 more people in its metro area than Edmonton. Hey, have a good night, Clayton Crawford. Glad you could check out the stream. I think Edmonton has won more Stanley Cups, yeah. There's another train coming. Edmonton is pretty insanely spread out too. They're very similar in their built form. Calgary has a bigger core with skyscrapers, many more office towers than Edmonton does. But Edmonton, I think, has more high-rise apartment buildings than Calgary. But Calgary's the clear winner in terms of skyscrapers, like no contest really. Most of Edmonton's high-rise apartment buildings are downtown along the river valley and stretching down Jasper Avenue. Well, there's no streetcars like Toronto, but they do have these LRTs running on the streets. And the LRT goes underground also. One of the lines goes partly underground through downtown. I took a ride on that one earlier and did a video. Looks like a government town. Well, it is. It is the capital of Alberta, so it definitely has that element to it. We could take a look at the Alberta legislature, actually. Still walking past the library. Goal balance, yeah, Calgary and Denver do have a similar look to them. Their downtown skylines resemble one another, although Calgary's, I think, is actually bigger than Denver's, even though Denver is a much larger metropolitan area. Calgary really punches above its weight in terms of its downtown office towers. It is much more spread out and much less people walking around, all that sort of thing. You notice it big time if you're used to Toronto when you come here. The difference is pretty stark. There is a beautiful old building there. The McLeod building, or McLeod, maybe. I think this is one of the earliest skyscrapers for Edmonton. 9 stories high, but at the time that was a tall building when it was built. Hello, Irene. Yeah, traffic is definitely picking up now that we're in rush hour. Canada Permanent Building, another beautiful old building, 1910. Right, this is Jasper Avenue right up ahead.
Hey, you don't want to say people without asking, hey, you better take up something.
Okay. Drunk as a skunk in the middle of the day. Hey Louise, hello. Gail Allen. She told me I have to ask people if I want to film them. That's what she was saying. So she counts as a dingus. Definitely the first official dingus of my visit so far. Definitely Sebastian. World Trade Center, Edmonton. Well, I guess that's the best they can do for the World Trade Center. Nice building though. I think it's a great looking building actually. Doesn't have to be super tall or anything. And look at that. That's pretty cool. Oh, this building, yeah. This used to be called the McDonald Hotel. I don't know if it's still called that or if it's just the Fairmont now. It's a nice old chateau style hotel. Look at, there's that guy again on the bike. He's literally just riding around downtown. I've seen him like multiple times even before I started streaming. Hey, Andy Wood, hello. Bruce Baker, hi. Yeah, it's an old railroad hotel, that's right. So this is considered the main drag of downtown Edmonton, Jasper Avenue. I did a video earlier walking along all of downtown Jasper Avenue. Walking from the other direction though, into downtown. Hey Leanne, hello. Any type of food specialty, especially specific to Edmonton? I think it's known for its pierogies, you know? I think there's a big Ukrainian community in Edmonton, going back years and years, back to the earliest settlement of Alberta. And I think pierogies are sort of a well-known thing here. Hello, Akeem, how you doing? Randy Bachman, I think he's from Winnipeg. Hey, Alan K, welcome. Found all the people. They're all catching their buses. I mean, it's not dead by any means, right? I mean, there's people walking around. There's plenty of traffic. There's some life to downtown Edmonton. But this is the main street. This is Edmonton's Young Street, so to speak. And it's very quiet. When I was walking earlier, it was even quieter than now. Hey, Peter Bradfield, hello. I'm a visiting character to Edmonton now. Well, I have been here on numerous occasions. Oh, is that right, Tiana? Where do you live? I don't even think I know where you live. So I'm going to get off of Jasper Avenue since I recorded a video of it earlier. So hopefully you'll watch that if you want to see what that street's like. I didn't go down here though. Yeah, 2 hours behind Ontario. And I remember years ago when I was visiting my dad, I think in the 80s, we went to that building and there's a revolving restaurant on top. It was a pretty fancy restaurant from what I remember. I couldn't pick anything on the menu that I liked. It all seemed too weird to me. I just wanted something basic and recognizable. I was like, can't I just have a burger and fries? What's all these weird things on the menu? Why does it have to be so fancy? And Evan, a $5 super chat. Thanks for taking us along on your travels today, Ken. Fun to see a different city. Hey, my pleasure, Evan, and thank you very much for your support. Much appreciated. Thank you, Evan. Yeah, Edmonton House. I think that was one of the tallest apartment buildings in the city. It still is. I think it eventually got surpassed though by a taller condo. Out into the bright sun. Cousin Cindy lives here. We're heading south, but I'm going to head west. Maybe we'll go over to the Ontario legislature and check out the awesome government grounds over there. Will I visit the West Edmonton Mall? I don't know, John. I might not this time, since I did last time and recorded a video. I don't know if I could really do anything more on another visit. Wasn't all that long ago. I don't think it warrants another video so soon, but you never know. See how the skyline looks from a little further away. Alberta legislature. Did I say it wrong? Maybe I did. I find that I'm mispronouncing things a lot for some reason today. Sometimes your mouth just doesn't want to work when you're trying to talk. I don't know why that is. It only happens while you're recording or streaming though. Hey, media monitor, hello. And the traffic lights are positioned horizontally here. There's a bike lane. Am I losing signal here? It still has full signal according to my on-screen indicator. Maybe it's just on your end, Alan. Freemasons Hall. Well, well, well. It's a great looking building. You like to be different? Hey, Crikey, hello. Your signal's okay? Okay, good to know, Vivian. Mine's okay too. Well, looks like a pretty major development is going up here. Two very tall towers. Falcon Towers. Falcon 1. I guess the other one is Falcon 2. Wasn't that the name of a spaceship on a 1970s TV show? Space 1999 or something like that? Yeah, that's true, Evan, and housing prices are much more affordable here also. I think of Canada's 5 biggest cities, Edmonton might be the most affordable one. Nice sort of quiet side street here, 100th Avenue. I lived in Calgary for 13 years. just joined us, we're in Edmonton, Alberta. And I just walked around downtown, and we're still in the downtown area. Making my way west now. Hey, Reggie Gagnon, how you doing? Media monitor, I don't think so. We hung out today, but I think by the time I'm done this live stream, he's going to be heading back home. He doesn't live in Edmonton. He lives a few hours drive north of Edmonton in a smaller town. My dad lives way in the West End. In the far western suburbs of Edmonton. It would take me hours to walk there. I mean, I could do it, but I don't think I want to. There's more bike lanes on this street here. 106th Street. Hey, Yvonne Atherton, hello. How old is my dad? He is 75. I like how this building is just called Financial Building. It's a pretty plain looking older office building. Financial things happen here. Andy Wood, you know Bob and Doug well? Hey, Rob MNR, hello. I think we're in the sort of government district now, close to the Ontario legislature. Ontario, Alberta. What province am I in again? There seems to be a lot of smallish office buildings around here.
That is so awesome.
I'm going to plug in my power bank here. Robert Parker, no, Megan is in Guelph. She couldn't come for this trip. Plugged in the power bank. And I think I saw a super chat fly by. Alan K, $3 or $3.99, I should say. Happy Friday, Ken. How long am I in Edmonton? Why can't I talk today? Thank you, Alan, for the $3.99, and I'm in Edmonton until tomorrow. I'm heading elsewhere tomorrow morning. Thank you very much, Alan, for the super. Much appreciated. Alright, we're heading south again now towards the dome of the legislative building. You can see it off in the distance. Where are the people? Well, there was more people right in the heart of downtown, but not a whole lot though. Definitely a lot less people walking around in Edmonton than what you're used to seeing in my Toronto videos. Vivian Johnson, a $10 super for a snack and a drink. Thank you so much, Vivian, for your generous support. Very, very much appreciated. I'll definitely be looking to get something to snack and drink on later, or snack on and drink later. You know what I'm trying to say. Thank you very much, Vivian. Much appreciated. Turn around, camera. There we go. I've never actually walked up to the Alberta legislature before. This will be a first for me. Leanne let me try and say this without flubbing it. Leanne Kolcheski, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Or super sticker, actually. Very much appreciated, Leanne. Cheers to you and your support. Thank you so much. Okay, I guess I can go. See how the signal is here. Kind of moving away from... Yeah, it's still good. Still at full strength. Chase Palm, hello. Richard Holst, how you doing? Chris Mills, hello. Yeah, I think the one in Winnipeg is the nicest one, but this is definitely impressive too. Hey, Paul James. Yeah, I would agree with that. Ronald, it does have a bit of that feel to it, I have to admit. This being a provincial capital, I mean, Toronto is a provincial capital as well, but Toronto also has a huge financial sector and a financial district and all that sort of thing. I think a lot of the office buildings here in Edmonton, in this area especially, are full of government workers, or were full of government workers, and many of those people are not working in the office. They're working from home or working hybrid, maybe a couple of days a week at most in the office. And I guess I can't walk right up to the building because look at construction galore here. There's a nice close-up. Hey, evening, Jefferson Rivas. I missed a $6.99 super. Thank you for letting me know. Let me scroll back here. Somehow it slipped by me. I don't see it. I see Leanne's. And I see Vivian's. From Reggie Gagnon. It's funny I don't see it here looking back. But in any case, thank you very much, Reggie, for the $6.99. Very, very much appreciated. I'm trying to scroll back to find it here, but it's just not there. Why is that? Thank you, Reggie, for the $6.99, though. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Very much appreciated. It's above Leanne's and under Vivian's. Let me scroll back again. There's Leanne's. And it won't let me scroll back anymore. Well, I trust that it was there somewhere. Thank you for letting me know. If that happens again, by all means, be sure to let me know. Hey, Ronald Colbert, hello. Reggie's was right after yours. For some reason, it's not showing up, Vivian. Very strange. This giant pale building right here, the federal building. LRT access. Look at that. Because there is a station near here. And when I did my video earlier, we passed through that station. Gorgeous. I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I think when two supers come almost simultaneously, sometimes one of them bumps the other one and you can't see it. Hey SG, hello. Will I be eating at Burrito Boys? I don't think they have any Burrito Boys here, but they do have some other places. There's Taco Time. I don't think they have Taco Time in Ontario, but I see it everywhere when I'm here in Edmonton. The Bowker building. This is a nice building. You like the library design? Well, you're not alone, although I don't really like it that much. Summer Denault, can I say hi to Bev? Well, of course I can. Hello, Bev. And Summer, hello to both of you. Alright, let's make our way back north now. I don't want to stray too far away from downtown. So I want to be able to hop on a bus to go back to my dad's area. And that bus will be taking Jasper Avenue, heading westward. Now it feels very warm again. It's felt cold and warm. This place doesn't seem to be open. Definitely far less restaurants at street level around downtown. I think most of the restaurant dining is in areas outside of downtown. Hey, Tom Bikes 416. Steve, yeah, I'm staying at my dad's house. My dad has lived in Edmonton for over 40 years. So he's almost been completely transformed into a Albertan now. And my half-brother Doc and half-sister Kirsten have always lived in Alberta. You don't think you would ever live here, Tiana? It's very spread out for its population, that's true. And once you leave the old inner core, it gets suburban very quickly. The old pre-war core of Edmonton is relatively tiny. Peter Bradfield, 199. Dare me to sing some James Brown on his birthday. Is today James Brown's birthday? How old would he have been if he was still alive? Thank you very kindly for the 199, Peter Bradfield. Very much appreciated. How about get up, get on up, get up, get on up, stay on the scene like a sex machine. That's the best James Brown I can muster up. I'm wearing the blue flannel, that's right. I wonder if Action Kid is wearing his blue flannel today. I haven't talked to him in quite a while. I know he's been in Southeast Asia for quite some time now. Hey, an alley. Kind of an interesting looking alley. Hey, Paul in Burlington, happy Friday. Earth sign, hello. And make you feel mighty real. Disco Inferno, yeah. That might be the coolest disco song, you know, just for the bass line. Right, we're crossing Jasper Avenue again. So as I mentioned, I did a video walking all along Jasper Avenue, so you can catch that on my channel in the upcoming days. Trying to get my power bank to connect more properly here. Let me get past this place with its Dexy's Midnight Runners blasting. Come on, Eileen. Oh, Eileen, I confess. Come on, let's. Come on, Eileen. All right, let's get past that. That's actually a dirty song, you know, if you actually read the lyrics to that song. It's kind of naughty, kind of a naughty song. That was a big ass pickup truck making all that noise. Alright, just gonna re-plug in my power bank here. Doesn't seem to want to. There we go. Yeah, definitely far fewer weed stores and pizzas. I think that's mostly an Ontario thing with the pizzas. I don't see any here in Alberta, actually. They must have an equivalent, though. XP, why can't I talk? Seriously, today my talking ability is just like on the fritz or something. XPB zones. Welcome. Got more loud music here. Oh my goodness, okay. I think the old bus terminal used to be around here. I think it's closed down though, the old Greyhound terminal. Like, Greyhound isn't a thing anymore. Who can name that tune? I can't. Annoying Song, that's the name of it as far as I'm concerned. We're just kind of doing a big walk around the edges of downtown now. Was that right, Leanne? Evan, yeah, most long distance coach buses have an onboard bathroom. It's kind of necessary. Go buses don't though. And some of those rides can be over 2 hours long on the Go Bus. I think Go Buses could probably use one. Alright, let's walk along 103rd Avenue. We've been walking along 109th Street. Wear a diaper on a Go Bus. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some people think they have to do that. Rogers is everywhere, yep. Yeah, that's what I do. If I know I'm going to take a long go bus ride, I make sure I take care of any business beforehand. And I try not to eat or drink anything too soon before I head on the bus. Hey, Brent Sheehan, hello. Yeah, 226, I think, yeah. So welcome anyone who's new to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the walk around downtown Edmonton. I have to admit, I'm a bit out of sorts today for some reason. I flew to Edmonton, Smitty. I have taken the bus before, though, another time, and that was quite the long ride, as you can imagine. Used to work at this Denny's. Hey, Horror Fields, hello. One thing Edmonton has in spades are large vacant lots like this. If you look at an aerial view of downtown Edmonton, there's tons of them. Definitely lots of room for densification. And I'm sure over the years that will start to happen. Hey, Bill Johnson, hello. Toronto would have a crane on them so fast, I know, right? Yeah, big empty lots are a bit of a rarity now in downtown Toronto. There's a few left that are mostly paid parking lots. Yeah, the signal has been solid ever since I began the stream. Much better than last time. This is definitely a bit of a grubby looking area around here. I guess there's some construction underway for the new LRT extension, that's why. Well, then that's forgivable then. Edmonton is expanding its LRT system. MacEwan University. My power bank is still not charging my phone. I'm not sure what the issue is here. Pretty cool looking building, I think. Hey, Rebecca, hello. I sound like I'm catching a cold. I don't feel like I'm catching a cold. At least I hope I'm not. It stays light here a long time since we're so far north. Definitely longer than in southern Ontario. Hey, William, hello. Nice downtown. I feel like there's no center to downtown Edmonton here. There's no spot where you feel like this is the heart of downtown. Like, I know Jasper Avenue is the main street, but there's no spot along Jasper Avenue where you think like, yes, this is it. This is peak downtown Edmonton. I just never really found that anywhere. Maybe the Ice District could be the new center. I don't know. Churchill Square. I was there. It didn't feel that, you know, lively or anything. Smitty, yeah. This is the tallest building in Canada outside of Toronto, the Stantec Tower. Only Toronto has a building taller than this. So Edmonton outdid Calgary, the bigger city with far more skyscrapers, but none of them as tall as this one. Calgary's tallest comes very close though. Edmonton just beats it out by a small margin. Yeah, or something like that, Evan. Of course, not every city has a space like that, obviously, or a place that busy. Thank you, William. That's right. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the notification bell. I do these streams regularly, usually from Toronto. So if you are a fan of that city, that's where most of my content takes place. But every once in a while I venture away from Toronto. And today I'm in Edmonton, Alberta. Tomorrow I'll be in a different city, so get ready for that. Yeah, this is the second time on my channel that I've been to Edmonton. This is actually a very nice looking street here. I'm going to walk south, I think, along here. It's 104th Street. Well, it has neighborhoods, but it doesn't have neighborhoods that are walkable and urban and connected to one another the way, you know, a much bigger, older city like Toronto does. It's kind of a cool spot there, all these signs on this building. Lots of neon signs. Fourth Street Promenade. That's what this used to be called, I guess. I think I'm going to cross the street though, because I have Muzak on this side. But check out these cool neon signs here on this building. Is this some sort of neon museum or something? Look at a bit of Toronto here. Toronto Star Weekly. That's neat. What time is it in Edmonton right now? It is 5:45 p.m. Edmonton's Neon Sign Museum. So it is a neon museum. How about that? That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we have the loud Muzak across the street, so I can't really linger here that much. But all sorts of interesting tidbits of info here on the signs. I think this is really cool. This is the coolest thing I think I've seen in downtown Edmonton so far. Pantages. I know lots of theaters had that name, including in Toronto. The Princess. I think there's a theater on White Avenue here in Edmonton called the Princess. There's a look at all the signs. Yeah, there's more over there. I didn't notice on the back of that building. Look at that. Huh. There was talk of opening a museum of neon signs in Toronto. I don't know whatever happened to that idea. Do the Oilers play at the Rogers? Yes, they do. Rogers Place. This street definitely has a lot more character. All these older buildings, older brick buildings. Need a Fillmore's and Zanzibar sign, right? There's a pretty kick-ass mural there. This is a wide-ass street. From kick-ass to wide-ass. Yeah, that street back there must look awesome at night, that part of the street. Kobo Go Lofts. Interesting. 1913. Well, I'm calling it. This is the best street in downtown Edmonton, right here. I think we briefly walked down here with Megan in my cold-ass wind chill live stream, but didn't get to really appreciate it. We were so busy trying not to freeze to death. Hey, Davmar, hello. What's the temperature? I think it's around 12 degrees Celsius. They're putting up condos in Edmonton too, just not as much as in Toronto. I think that one's fairly new. Yeah, this street is really cool. Lots of restaurants and bars along here. Awesome old buildings like that. Phillips Lofts. I like how the old signage is still on lots of these buildings. You see that in Toronto too, with some of the older warehouse buildings. Great West Saddle. Here I go again with my lack of speaking ability. Saddlery. Great West Saddlery. And what's that last word? Can't really make it out. Hey, Picard. Engage. Is it Co Ltd? Okay, that makes sense. And the Black Pearl. And something. So much like Winnipeg. I think this street here is definitely the most similar to some of the streets you see in downtown Winnipeg. Winnipeg has the Exchange District, which is made up of old early 1900s buildings. I think that is about as close to that as you'll find here in Edmonton. The street we've been walking along here, 104th Street. Hey, caught you looking, hello. Stream from the mall. Well, I did a video of the West Edmonton Mall on my last visit. So that video is on the channel. And it's accumulated a decent number of views since I recorded it. Downtown Edmonton. And we're on Jasper Avenue again. This is sort of like Yonge Street in the way that even if you don't intend to, you always sort of find yourself back on Jasper Avenue at some point. It's like, how did I get here again? Hey, Jane DeJaren, hello. But I can see my phone battery is getting pretty low now. My power bank is not doing its job for some reason. So we're almost 2 hours in here. Maybe I'll just try to keep it going for another 5 minutes. We'll like end things at the nice round 2 hour mark. Jasper Ave is the closest thing Edmonton has to a Yonge Street, yeah. Although it's definitely nothing close to Yonge in terms of its scale and vibrancy. Any root beer? Oh yes, I have some root beer at my dad's house. I couldn't spend a couple days in a different city without some root beer now. Hey Fasung, hello. Welcome to Edmonton, Alberta. Alright, now I'm in the shade. Have I walked Montreal? No, I haven't. Not for the channel. That's something I would like to do, though. That's very Albertan. Where the buffalo roam and all that. Do I have access to burritos? Oh yeah, there are places here where I can get a burrito. Might not be as good as Burrito Boys, though. Hey, we're not in Toronto, Fasung. We're far away. We're in Edmonton, Alberta. Across Canada, in Western Canada. Edmonton has a lot of these overhead pedways, or plus 15s. They call them plus 15s in Calgary. Calgary has tons of them also. You like this place, SG? It's not so bad. I admit earlier when I first came downtown and was walking around before my stream, I thought there was way too many sort of sketchy characters hanging around. Definitely had a bit of a what am I getting myself into sort of vibe a little bit, but I haven't had any problems at all, other than just seeing a lot more people than you would see in Toronto who seem to be strung out. The ratio of strung out people to non-strung out regular people just seems a lot higher here in Edmonton, because there's just so many fewer regular people walking around, you know what I mean? And I think we're approaching 2 hours, and my battery is hanging in there at 16%. This is 102nd Avenue. Hey, LAB, hello. Is it a holiday? No, this is just how it is. There are a few busier spots here and there, but most of downtown is very quiet. I'll go back towards the city center mall. To me, that seemed like the busiest part of downtown, if I had to choose. The mall itself, though, is kind of dead. It's a pretty big downtown mall. But the uppermost level is mostly vacant. Hey, Chris West, hello. Is there a Wayne Gretzky Avenue? Good question. There should be if there isn't. And this is where I started the stream, across the street. There are tons of Walmarts in Edmonton, actually. Lots of malls and strip malls. Yeah, first siren of the stream. Before I started streaming, though, I heard quite a few sirens, and I actually saw the police, or paramedics, right here on this corner, trying to revive somebody who looked like they OD'd. They were like working on him, saying, I could hear them saying, come on, buddy, when they were trying to revive him. So hopefully he is okay now. Yeah, that's part of Edmonton's LRT system. Hey, Grizzly Giant, hello. Shaquille, how you doing? And I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here before my phone completely dies. So that's it for downtown Edmonton on a much nicer day than my previous visit. That was a year and a half ago. So I had a much better time this time. I hope you all enjoyed. And I did record a couple of videos while I was downtown, so I'll be posting those on the channel in the coming days. And I'll be doing another live stream tomorrow from another major city. You might be able to guess what city that is. So hope you can all check that stream out. It'll probably be around 6 p.m. Toronto time, 4 p.m. local time. So until then, I will continue, and thank you all for joining me on this walk around downtown Edmonton. You're all awesome, and thank you to the mods, and thanks to those who sent support. You're all amazing with your support of the channel. It means a lot to me. And I'll be premiering a video, not tomorrow, but the next day. Sunday, I'll be premiering a video. I hope you can all catch that as well. And of course, like, share, and subscribe. Hit all the buttons if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you all again soon. So have a good rest of your evening, all those watching, no matter where you're watching from. And I'll see you all again soon. All right, bye everyone. I'll see you all in the next stream tomorrow. All right, signing off from downtown Edmonton, Alberta. Yoink. And more sirens.